You should never abandon your old toys. Once there was an old toy store, and on the top shelf in the back of this toy store was a doll. Every day this doll watched as people came into the store, but no one ever paid any attention to it, until one day its dreams came true. One girl named Lena came into the store and bought the doll, but things quickly took a terrifying turn. Although Lena liked the doll in the beginning, she quickly grew sick of it. Days and months passed and she ended up abandoning the doll like a piece of trash, until eventually Lena got into a fight with her mother when she said, "I never wanted the stupid doll anyways," but of course she could have never known the terrifying consequences this would lead to. One night as Lena slept in her bed, she heard a creaking noise. Then the noise moved closer and closer, until Lena's mother heard a scream coming from her bedroom. When she came in, she saw Lena on the ground, but it was how she looked that terrified her mother the most. Lena's arms and legs were bent in strange positions like a disjointed doll. Her mouth was sewn shut, but she looked desperately up at her mother, then to her desk, and on her desk was a note that said, "Now you know what it's like to be a doll."
Children. Growing up, I always knew I was better than everyone else. My family, God rest their souls, were buffoons, so they had to go. And that's how I ended up in a government orphanage. It was kind of like the Academy in X-Men, except with electric collars. Naturally, I grew up to have a job that best suited my psychotic nature. A daycare employee. It was like working at a demonic Chuck E. Cheese, except no pizza. I love Chuck E. Cheese pizza. These kids were brats, and not the kind with a passion for fashion. But one of them showed promise. Like the good teacher I am, I offered her wisdom, guidance, and a chance to rid the world of all humans. But like my bowels after drinking expired milk, she rejected me. Not cool, man. So she had to go. Unfortunately, this Caillou wannabe took some pre-workout and yeeted me into another world. But joke's on her. In the Upside Down, there's never a line at Starbucks.
Well, there's an urban legend about a woman who always wore her hair in a bun, but for her this habit would lead to something terrifying. This woman loved wearing her hair in a bun, but she might have taken it a bit too far. She didn't want to style her hair differently or even take out her bun to clean her hair. Whenever she took a shower, she would just wear a shower cap to make sure the water didn't mess up her bun. At night, she would sleep with a towel around her hair so the bun didn't move. After a while, she had to put hairspray in it to mask the smell. Then her scalp started feeling itchy, so she would put more hairspray in it. Even when the itching got intense, she just applied more hairspray. But her husband finally found out about how bad the situation had gotten when he woke up one day and his wife was still asleep. He tried to wake her up, but she wouldn't move. She had died in the middle of the night. The husband called the police, fearing that something unusual might have happened. But when her body was examined, they finally took out her bun. Inside her hair, they found something terrifying. They found a huge spider had gotten into her hair, made a nest, and laid eggs. When the baby spiders hatched, they bit through her skull and ate her brain.
When I was younger, I kept having the same repeating dream about an alleyway in the town where I live. It didn't exist in real life, but I kept getting really freaked out about it. One night, when I was having the same exact dream, a strange man in the alleyway told me I needed to go there. After a lot of persuading, the next day, me, my mum and my dad went into the city centre about 40 minutes away from us to try to find the alley. As we walked to the place in my dream, we noticed an alleyway going off the main path that we'd never noticed before. And down that alleyway, I saw the same creepy man that was in my dream. I still haven't told anyone about it because I know they wouldn't believe me, but
dirtiest college roommate ever. By the way, we're calling her Jessie. So I moved in before Jessie and I get settled and decorate. The next day, she comes and throws her bag on the bed, then leaves. I thought it was weird because she didn't even say anything to me. Couple hours later, she comes back and I'm like, hello? And she's like, my bad, and comes gives me a hug. She smelled very bad. She starts unpacking all of her clothes and blankets, but they smelled like mildew. Anyways, a week later, there's this party going on for freshmen, and she goes, but I stay in because I had a migraine. I told her that when she comes back, can she keep the light off? Now it's 2 a.m., and she comes back in very loud, uses the bathroom, then goes to sleep. And now I'm up, so I got up to use the bathroom too. When I sit down on the toilet, I feel something very squishy. It was dark because, like I said, I had a migraine. I get up, turn the light on, and I was sitting in her shit.
With me, Unicorn Edition, I cannot talk. My nose is completely covered. I sound crazy. Let's start off with the ears. I literally just glued these to the wig because I was so done with this. The wig. Oh, I got a little bit of glue in it. Okay. Ooh, this hurts. I have a really bad feeling this is gonna rip off some of my eyebrows. Oh, I think the eyebrows are good. Ow. It's in my hair.
This one here smells great. Which one? Smells like Mother's crazy sister Kate. Oh, you think so? Yeah, I do. It smells so good. She couldn't have been that crazy. I don't think so. Oh, you don't think so, huh? No. Well, she put her poodle one time in a microwave oven. To eat it? Yeah, to eat it? Oh, no. No, 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 silly. To dry it. But it exploded. And they were both found dead. She must have been out of her head.
No, 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 silly. To dry it. But it exploded. And they were both found dead.
To get me to date my cousin. Trust me, I know that it's crazy. It all started when I moved to New York and then he decided to move to New York. Let's call him Joe. They kept saying we should meet, which is fine, but like they were just being so sus about it. And then I started getting weird comments from my aunt like, oh, well, you're single, he's single. I'm like, wait, what? Like, am I tripping? Just put it out there, we're not related by blood, but it's still weird. It's like second cousin or something. Then my aunt sees my videos about my sneaky link and I think she's finally getting the hint that I'm not into all this Alabama stuff. I decided to call my aunt today. She tells me again how she wants me to meet up with my cousin, but she wouldn't want my sneaky link to get jealous. So she's like, oh, trust me, it won't be romantic. Ooh, not the eyebrow dandruff. In order to prove that it's not romantic, she starts telling me how much family we are. Like, lady, that's what I've been saying this whole time. But then she hits me with, he wouldn't be interested in you anyway. Like, excuse me, ma'am? What did you just say? So you're telling me I had to go through this trauma of my family trying to get me to date my cousin, only to find out he wouldn't even be interested in me, only to get myself roasted. Family always knows how to keep you humble.
Boy lied about his age just to date me. Story time. So back when my cute self was a senior in high school, there was this new girl that came to our school. Long story short, me and her ended up becoming super close. I went to her house, spent the night, her family loved me. I mean, why wouldn't they? Anyways, she had a brother. We're gonna call him Binky. Me and Binky got pretty close. Now I want you guys to keep in mind, Binky didn't go to my school because their parents were divorced. So the sister who I was friends with lived with her mom, and Binky lived with his dad who lived in another city. But sometimes Binky would go to his mom's house, which is how I met him. Now that we got that out of the way, as me and Binky were getting closer, one day he asked me, hey, how old are you? And I was like, oh, I just turned 17. How about you? He told me, oh, I'm 17 too, but my 18th birthday is coming up. After a while, me and him eventually started dating. Then one day, I ran into his cousin who happened to go to my school. The rest of this story is crazy.
Class on Zoom. I wanted to go to sleep, honestly, because like when I'm tired, I go to sleep. I end up falling asleep and then class ends and everyone starts leaving the class except me, because I was like in a whole other universe at this point. I was dreaming, I was flying. At this point, me and the teacher are alone in the call. This is the best part. Then the teacher starts talking to me and he's like, Samantha, wake up. Samantha, please. Samantha, you have another class. He woke me up, but I was half awake, so I didn't really know what was going on. So I thought it was my brother waking me up, and I straight up yelled. I was like, shut up, you fat booger. And so then I realized, oh shit, I just called my teacher a fat booger. And now he scheduled a parent conference. I'm going on Monday, so I'm really excited. I was in class.